The Pentagon is funding cruel lab tests on beagles. These tests involve painful procedures and often lead to the death of these gentle animals. A recent investigation by the White Coat Waste Project found that the Department of Defense spent nearly $1 million on testing that involves force-feeding dogs large doses of an experimental drug to treat Lou Gehrig's disease. Taxpayer money is being used to inflict suffering on innocent creatures. This is unacceptable and must stop. Beagles are chosen for these experiments because of their docile nature. They trust humans and are easily manipulated. This makes them perfect victims for cruel experiments. The Pentagon claims that these tests are necessary for national security. However, there are many other ways to ensure safety without resorting to animal cruelty. The use of animals in research is a controversial issue. Proponents argue that it is necessary for medical advancement. However, there is growing evidence that animal testing is often unreliable and can even be harmful to humans. Republican Representative Nancy Mace, a founding member of the Congressional Dog Caucus, stated that she and other lawmakers previously successfully pressured then NIAID Chief Dr. Anthony Fauci to stop similar painful drug tests on puppies and solicited an admission that alternative means of testing would be possible. These barbaric and archaic practices must be stopped, and that is why we are leading the charge by introducing bills like the PAW Act to keep our furry friends out of the hands of the NIH, said Mace. Mace's Preventing Animal Abuse and Waste Act, or PAW Act, would amend the Public Health Service Act and prohibit the director of the NIH from conducting or funding research that causes significant pain or distress to dogs or cats. Democratic Representative Jared Moskowitz has also expressed his outrage over the use of beagles in military research. His strong stance reflects the growing opposition to animal testing. These representatives are fighting for legislation to defund these cruel experiments. They believe that taxpayer money should not be used to inflict pain and suffering on innocent animals. Their efforts deserve our full support. We must demand that they prioritize ethical and humane research methods. The public is outraged by the Pentagon's treatment of beagles. People are horrified to learn about the suffering these animals endure. Social media is buzzing with calls for an end to these cruel experiments. Taxpayers should not be forced to pay for cruel and wasteful experiments on dogs or other animals. Justin Goodman, Senior Vice President of Advocacy at the White Coat Waste Project, has been a vocal critic of animal testing. His organization works tirelessly to expose and end government animal experiments. A recent poll by the White Coat Waste Project revealed that 72% of Americans oppose the use of dogs in government-funded experiments. This overwhelming majority reflects the public's growing concern for animal welfare. The outcry against beagle testing is a testament to our shared humanity. People from all walks of life are coming together to demand better treatment for animals. The use of animals in research raises serious ethical questions. Animals are sentient beings capable of feeling pain and fear. Subjecting them to painful experiments is morally wrong. Imagine being locked in a cage, subjected to painful procedures, and denied basic freedoms. This is the reality for millions of animals used in research every year. It is a reality we must challenge and change. We must find more humane and effective ways to conduct research. There are many viable alternatives to animal testing. These alternatives are often more accurate, less expensive, and more ethical. They represent the future of research. One promising alternative is in vitro testing. This involves using human cells and tissues in a laboratory setting. In vitro testing can provide more relevant data for human health than animal models. Computer modeling is another powerful tool that can replace animal testing. Researchers can use sophisticated software to simulate the effects of drugs and chemicals on the human body. This allows for faster and more efficient drug development. Human-based clinical trials are essential for understanding the safety and efficacy of new drugs and treatments. By focusing on human volunteers in carefully controlled settings, we can obtain more reliable and ethical data. Investing in these alternatives is crucial for advancing scientific knowledge and protecting animal welfare. It is time for a paradigm shift in research, one that prioritizes humane and effective methods. The suffering inflicted on these gentle creatures is unacceptable. We cannot stand idly by while this injustice continues. Contact your elected officials and demand that they support legislation to defund beagle testing. Let your voice be heard and demand an end to this cruelty. Your actions can make a real difference. Support organizations working to end animal testing. Your donations can help fund research into alternatives and provide a voice for the voiceless. Together, we can create a world where animals are no longer subjected to these barbaric practices. The time for change is now. Let us work together to create a more humane and compassionate world for all living creatures. Thank you for watching till the end. Stand up for free speech and help protect the free exchange of ideas online. Please like and subscribe to help us reach more viewers.